I want to answer this question because two different people are calling in and more are going to call.
Yeah.
Mike in Massachusetts, hello.
Hey, Tim. But you guys go from one extreme to the other, the midget to Andre. But my question was, did Nick get taken off the air?
Yeah, but I don't know exactly why or what happened. I don't know if he was fired or if his contract ended. I don't know. They haven't told me.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Right.
I asked and said, do we know why?
Thank you.
And Don said, no. They said his contract was coming to an end. So, I have no idea. And maybe Nick, I don't know if Nick didn't want to do it anymore. It's tough for a comedian.
I doubt it's that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, Nick's a good radio guy. He's really, really funny, and he's a good radio guy.
I thought it might be tough for him to do, because he was doing 8 to 10 on this channel.
That maybe it was, actually. But that's a very tough spot for anybody, 8 to 10, because drive time is over.
Especially for a comedian, though. I mean, that cuts right into your nightly spots if you're going to do them.
He probably liked it, though, because, you don't have to go on the road.
Yeah.
Stay here, make your money. Nick's a home guy. Like, he'll go on the road, but he likes being home and, being in his I think he enjoyed that gig very much, and he was good at it.
Yeah, he's great at it. So, I don't know. I don't know for sure.
We don't know why. No one told us anything beforehand.
And I haven't talked to Nick either. So
I texted with him briefly yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what their thinking is.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to have it confirmed.
Right.
Hasn't been confirmed.
No, we don't have the information.
But Anthony tweeted something, Arcumia, with the him missing from the lineup.
Oh, that's weird. Anthony usually doesn't do anything troublesome on Twitter.
That's not true. But he's like, what the fuck? Why? So I don't know where does Nick go to Compound Media? I don't know.
I could see him doing Compound Media.
He's really
easily.
good on the radio, man. He's really good.
And I feel like they'd pick up a bunch of subs. I think it would be a good thing to do.
Yeah, so if he does go there, we'll let you know.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know I know they're doing a Craig Ferguson replay right now.
Oh.
Probably temporary.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Why don't they do a Jim Norton and Sam Roberts replay?
That's the first thing I want to know the answer to.
Yeah.
It's the first thing I thought.
Sounds good to me. We're going to go down in the office and go like, look, I know we just found out that our friend doesn't work.
They probably said, yeah, what did it sound like? And then they just make it look like they're all improvising.
Of course.
Oh, this is, yes, conspiracy theory, Sam, coming in. Yes, Dave in Boston.
Yes.
Yeah, hi. Hey, I think you two have a pretty good idea as to why Florentine was
Nick DiPaolo.
His contract. Yes, that's right, Nick. Why his contract wasn't renewed, and I believe mostly everybody does know why, and it's probably because of this conservative viewpoint.
I don't. Why? If we thought that, we would say that. Why? What do you think we did? Talk it over before the show. All right, look.
No, but I know.
And why would?
Shit, and
Dave, what are you talking about?
Right.
The reality is this: you didn't even know his name, so don't act like you know his name. You thought it was the wrong comedian. I don't know if it's his conservative views. I don't know what his show. I love Nick
because nobody knew what those views were before he got on the air.
Wrong because I don't know what I'm talking about.
Dave, let me ask you this.
Yes, because people didn't. No, sorry, Travis, you just said it. Everyone knew what Nick was like before they hired him.
Yeah, why would they hire him, knowing what his viewpoints are and what his show's going to be, and then fire him for doing what they hired him for?
Yeah.
Well, I think maybe just as time. Come on, Nick, give him the 8 o'clock slot from the 6 o'clock slot.
Yeah, we didn't like.
Just put him so where nobody hears.
That's not why they did that. I didn't like that move either. But the reason they did that is, look, they're celebrity obsessed. Craig Ferguson is more famous, so they gave it to Craig because he's a more famous guy. I think that was the only thinking.
But they're also.
I didn't like it either. I thought Nick should have stayed at 6 o'clock. But don't act like we know something we're not telling you, because we don't.
And your thinking makes.
I don't know. It just seems like you're beating around the bush.
No, but I'm telling you we're not. Like you're asking, and I'm telling you that you're wrong.
And that's what someone who's beating around the bush would say.
That is true.
That is true.
Well, I don't know.
Dave,
you don't need to know. I know. I'm telling you.
Your theory makes no sense.
Fucking Jimmy.
What's that?
You know what? I think because
I think Dave might be drinking.
Time slot,
yeah.
And nobody ever says anything about that.
We did say something about that. Yes, we did. But why? Hold on, we did say something about that. We said we didn't like it when it happened.
Okay, well, why do you think it happened?
No.
Dave,
Don't get corrected and then continually moving the point. I've already answered why I thought it happened.
Why would Sirius pay somebody a bunch of money?
You mean because of Craig Ferguson?
No, Dave, listen. Why?
Yes,
why
you know the answer.
You answer this. Why would Sirius pay somebody a bunch of money so that they wouldn't be heard on Sirius? If that was the goal of Sirius, to make it so that nobody could hear Nick, why would they hire Nick?
Probably because he was already under contract.
He wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
They hired him.
You don't know what you're talking about, Dave.
They just hired him.
Sam, shut the fuck up.
Sam is right. He's right, though, Dave. Nick, look, I love DiPaolo. He's been a friend of mine for 20 years. If I knew why, I would tell you. I just know what we know. No one has even confirmed it. I texted with Nick. It doesn't look like, he's waiting for a confirmation. I don't know exactly what's happening. We'll probably know in a few days. They don't come to us, dude. They don't come to us and tell us, hey, guys, we're doing that. And if it was because he was conservative and I thought it was because he was, I would say that. If that's what I thought, I would absolutely say that. I don't know how many people, if his show is very popular or not popular, I don't know. No one's told me.
Well, when he moved to the 8 o'clock time slot, I think a lot of people thought the same thing I thought. It's like, well, let's just put him off to where not as many people can hear his conservative views.
We just told you what happened, Dave.
And they would have put him a lot later than that because 8 to 10 is 5 to whatever that's West Coast drive time. That's drive time in Los Angeles.
I say, yeah.
So that's not exactly.
Los Angeles is generally more conservative.
Yeah,
so they would enjoy that from 5 to 7 p.m.
Well, it must be obvious that they think that his radio show isn't that good. Why would you pay Craig Ferguson, who stinks?
But Dave, I like Craig, but I get what you're saying. I wanted Nick at 6 o'clock too because I think Nick does a great show. I think he's really funny. And thanks for the call, Dave. I don't want to see Nick
Dave
move.
Was drunk.
He might have been, yeah.
Yeah,
but I asked him when they did. I'm like, why are you moving DiPaolo? He's doing great at this time. And someone's asking about drive time. Yes, I do actually. Charles in West Virginia.
Hey, what's up? Yeah. I don't think there's a drive time because Nick, I would listen to Nick's show, which I'm surprised his show lasted as long as it did. But anyway, because it was an interesting show, but just some of his views were kind of, I guess, I don't know, kind of not weird, but a little racial. But anyway, what I was going to say is, with the drive time, I listen to a guy that comes on at midnight. He's live, Scott Wessel. It's a sports show. Okay. He gets calls at nighttime, and Nick, he got a lot of calls at nighttime. Sometimes you couldn't even get through.
Sure.
He had so many calls. So I don't know if there's a drive time with satellite radio because it's like 24/7.
You know what I mean? Well, there is a drive time, meaning it's just when they don't do ratings on satellite, but it is when people are driving, and when people are in their cars, it's just when more people are listening because you have nothing else to do, so you throw the radio on.
A lot of your listeners aren't like car drivers. A lot of your listeners are truck drivers like me. And
the idea,
work, all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
All.
Charles is right. The idea that nobody's listening from 8 to 10 is insane. Like, I did a show for a year and a half.
Thank you, Charles.
9 to midnight, and I could fill up phone banks in the third hour easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Kevin in Philly.
Guys, hey, it's getting annoying how you're just so middle of the road with, like, well, we didn't know, they didn't tell us. Then find out. Inform us.
But hold on.
Same with Ant.
Kevin, wait. I can only do one thing. If I ask them and they don't tell me, or if they give me a corporate answer, what do you want me to do? This all happened last night. I haven't seen Don Wickland. This all happened last night, and now it's first thing in the morning, and we're just talking about it. We don't even know if it's officially been told to Nick or if they've officially made a decision. I'm going to be wishy-washy. We don't know.
How about middle of the road on the Ant situation when now Ant is now in the building? You guys still haven't gotten a direct answer. Figure it out.
Well,
middle of the road constantly. It's fucking annoying.
But what's annoying, dude, is that you're listening to this and you think that we should come out with an answer that we don't have. It's infuriating what happened with Anthony. And I sat in Andrew Moss's office and I complained about it and I bitched about it. And he goes, they just made that decision. No people who have been fired are allowed back in the building. I went and fought with the CFO of the company. What do you want me to do? I told you I don't know exactly what their thinking is, because when these things happen, they don't pull you aside and throw their arm around your shoulder and go, all right, buddy, here's what it is. They make a decision as a company, and the basic attitude is, hey, fuck you if you don't like it. Like, that's their attitude to us.
So you guys not have any leverage? Is there no pull or leverage on your guys? Like, are you guys able to fight? Or
Kevin, and by the way, Kevin, middle of the road, no one has defended Anthony Cumia more than I have.
No, I'm saying middle. Okay.
No,
I'm not refuting that. What I'm refuting is it's the response, I guess, that you're getting, and it's like almost okay for you guys.
It's
like,
not.
Yeah, all right. Like,
it's not okay for us, dude. It's not that we like the answer, but they don't give a shit that we don't like the answer. They don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's also...
We did ask. Of course I asked. I fought with Opie for 2 years about it. Or just, like we got to get him in, we got to get him in. Of course I want him in.
But it's clearly not our channel either. Like, you're acting like we're the ones making decisions on this channel. Like, all that we have control of is 8 to 11. That's literally it.
Dude, they honestly, it's not about leverage. Like, they don't care if we want him in. We don't have the pull to go, yeah, we want him in, and they're going to go, oh, okay. If they don't want him in for whatever reason, it stinks. And it makes me very angry. But it's like, what can I do? Am I going to go down and melt down in Scott's office? I can't do it. I'll get fired.
All right, okay, that's fair. I mean, we've seen historically, not through you, but through other radio hosts that'll remain unnamed, we've heard a lot of noise but not seen the action.
Well,
if you've gone to the CFO and if you've bitched and complained, I respect that. But it just, I guess I was annoyed when I turn on and I hear, again, it's a whole, like, vagaries, and I just, as long as you're trying to do your part. But
all we can do is ask, dude, and if they don't tell us, like what happens, what starts to happen, like working here or any place, is I realize what I can get done and what I can't, and I know that exactly, and I've looked at myself as replaceable since day one. They're not telling me what they don't want to tell me, and they don't give a shit that I don't like it. They know I don't like it. I've been extremely clear. They don't care that I don't like it. So when it comes to Nick, I know the drill here. They'll tell you what they tell you. A corporation is never going to come to on-air talent about some other on-air talent and go, man, we didn't like him. They're not going to do that. They're going to go, it's just parting of the ways.
Especially us, because we have big mouths. We say stuff on the air that whatever they tell us, we're going to say.
Yeah, whatever Nick tells me, dude, that will probably be the true story. And I texted with Nick briefly, and he didn't have more of the story. But I'll get more of an answer out of Nick because Nick is my friend. He's not a part of the corporation. So when we know, we'll tell you.
Yeah, I mean, I really miss Nick. Nick's the man. So,
I love Nick DiPaolo, dude. All right, buddy. Take care. Yeah. But I love DiPaolo.
Of course.
But we don't know what we don't know.
That's right.
I don't know. Maybe we've, over the years, the impression of like the amount of influence that the on-air, Opie and Anthony as a show had a good amount of influence.
Yeah, especially like in the earlier years.
But they couldn't stop certain things from happening.
No. But also Opie and Anthony had a channel that they were in control of. And so programming decisions would come back on them. Like there's a reason why they gave this channel the weird name of Faction Talk, and it's because nobody on the channel has any power outside of their own show. Yes, and somebody here, Kyle in Alabama, and I don't know this tweet. Hello, Kyle.
Hey, he did a tweet, I think 2 or 3 days ago, about the next time, it's something to the effect of, if next time there's a school shooting, to go into, hopefully the kids go to Fresno and the teacher's lounge and do something then. And then after about a few hours, he got some pretty hard blowback about that and then deleted it. So that could have helped push it over the top, too.
I didn't hear anything about that until you just said it. Do we have that?
It's deleted.
Oh.
I didn't hear anything about it either. I would feel like if the tweet didn't get any publicity, they probably wouldn't do it based on a tweet. He
deleted it within a couple hours.
Yeah.
Of after posting it, because of everybody's like, what the fuck, dude?
All right. I didn't hear about that at all, Kyle, but I'm looking at his Twitter right now. I follow Nick. I just didn't see that tweet. All right. Thanks, buddy.
Somebody might have a screenshot or something like that. Or maybe you can find it. But anyway, thanks.
Okay. Thank you, man. Bill has insight on DiPaolo. Okay. What's up, Bill?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, man.
I was a regular caller to him. He often razzed me about having the energy of brain cancer and the humor value of an anal polyp.
Good for him.
But I had heard from somebody on the staff, I don't want to drop names, they casually mentioned back about the end of March, beginning of April, that they were leaving. It was kind of, now when I think about it, it was like, wow, holy crap. Was something going on all the way back then? And then...
Oh, was it someone on Nick's staff?
Yeah, someone casually mentioned that they were leaving to go to other shows. And then I know in one of his last shows, he had gotten really pissed off at that Randa Jaffa of Fresno State and called for like an attack on her Facebook page. So I don't know if stuff was going on back then, and just that Randa Jaffa and whatever else he's been saying was the final push. But I'm pissed he's gone, man. I was so confused. I called Sirius thinking I needed a refresh on my system or whatever, because I couldn't believe it wasn't playing.
Yeah, man. A lot of people are upset. And that's one of those things, too. I mean, especially at night, there's really not a lot going on, that's going to be an alternative to that.
Yeah, Nick will absolutely find a home, and when we know where it is, we'll tell you. Thank you, Bill. But yeah, we'll anything that we know about that, we will tell you. I wish they gave us more information. It is very frustrating, and then the listeners. I get it. Like, they think that we're just holding out, but the company pays me, and I like working here, but I don't like the way they do certain things, and they know it, and I've been vocal about it. I've talked to them about it. There's just nothing I can do to get them to go, all right, look, here's what it is.
Right.
You find that stuff out. We'll find out more from Nick if he decides to, if he wants to air it. We can have Nick on whenever Nick wants to come on. I would have him on. I'm sure that's not a firing like, at least I don't think it is. Like it's not an aggressive firing if they just.
It didn't seem like it, and there was certainly no
zero
news that preceded it. Yeah.
Zero.
And generally, when you have one of those aggressive things, it's like you kind of know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or if it's something that you've been hearing rumblings of.
Right, I didn't hear any rumblings.
No, I didn't either. But again, there is this anti-conservative in entertainment.
Yeah.
Extremely anti-conservative backlash in all of entertainment. Like if you're not on the radio saying Trump sucks, you're automatically seen as a Nazi. He's conservative. So I don't know.
Yeah.
None of that shit would surprise me. Ezra in Dallas. What's up, buddy?
Hey, guys, I wondered seriously if we could make a play for that replay spot. Have you thought about how annoying it is that the only replay you get is right back to back before your live show comes on again? I work nights. I'm about to go back. I'm about to go to bed now. I just listened to your replay from yesterday. I'm on the Mountain Time Zone from 3 in the morning till 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
And now I don't get another replay until tonight, if I catch it, from 3 in the morning till 6 in the morning. A nighttime replay would be really nice.
Yeah, I don't
want to hear. I damn sure don't want to hear Craig Ferguson back to back.
Well, I think that's just temporary. We would love a replay, but their thing is they want the on demand to be pushed.
Yeah.
So everyone on the channel is not getting a lot. And thanks for the call. The reason we don't have another replay, we chose the early one because they were like it's right before us, and it's also drive time.
Yeah, we just
wanted
wanted those morning hours.
Yeah, but we understand why people want us to be live at that hour.
Yeah, get it out. All we can say is get a data plan, get on demand.
Yeah, on demand is good.
Get the app. Yeah, because you'll be able to hear all the shows that way.
Let's see here. Which one, Sam? What do you think?
We can go to Kevin in Florida on line 7.
Kevin in 7, yes. Hello, Kevin.
Hey, guys, how we doing? Okay?
Hey, buddy. Yes.
Hey, listen, I'm thinking here, it's, first off, it's funny, I think, that the listeners think you guys have all this input. I mean, as much as we would love that, it's all about being soldiers and getting in line.
I did get My Wife Hates Me thrown off the air.
Oh, yeah, that was another one, right? Like, we love Voss and Bonnie. They don't ask our opinion on this stuff at all. I wish they did.
But here's something I'm thinking, and it's in the news up there in New York, and I've been reading it too down here. It's all this is being done because moves are being made right now so that Big Mike Francesa can come in and take that primetime drive spot.
Maybe that's possible.
6 to 8.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me because Francesa is talking about going to go back on. He wants to be back on the radio. Thank you.
Dude, this morning the article comes out. Francesa said, I'm ready to go back on the Fan. Francesa's going back to WFAN.
That's what he's saying, yeah. I think this whole thing, as soon as he saw that his spot lost to Michael Kay, he probably figured, fuck this, now I can get the company to give me the money I wanted to give for a shorter show.
Well, it's also a little bit embarrassing because he also couldn't get deals anywhere else.
That might be it, yeah. I'm sure he could get a deal, but it's not for the money he probably wants.
Exactly. So I think he's going to try to do something shorter at the Fan and beat that Michael Kay show here in New York. But, I mean, he only lasted less than 5 months before he's going into paper and saying the lead time saying I'm not coming back to WFAN for Mike Francesa was longer than the amount of time from his retirement until now, saying I'm ready to go back.
It's time to get back on FAN.
It's a little embarrassing.
It is. It's embarrassing.
But I think fans are generally, I mean, I was looking on Twitter this morning, and Francesa fans are just thrilled. They're just like, the Pope's back.
Yeah, they'll be happy if he's back. If they hire him back on. They might not.
I'll bet they will.
Because the hit they're taking might not be worth the amount of money they have to spend to get him. Like, they're probably paying so much less for the show they have right now.
Yeah, he would have to make it. It would have to be a sweetheart deal.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he'll make that.
He might.
I think he will come back to the Fan for less money than he wants.
He might.
Because I think that he is realizing the landscape is not what he thought it was.
For a shorter show.
I think it will be a shorter show.
3-hour show,
certainly.
Maybe.
Which is what they offered him before he left, and he wanted a raise from what he was making now
he won't get
or
a raise.
then.
No.
He won't get a raise.
And so they were like, no.
He wants to be back on the air.
He does. He misses it.
He misses talking about his snowblower. He misses drinking his Diet Coke. I mean, his wife is sitting there making him drink Diet Coke all the time. He wants to be back on the air so he can pretend it's Diet Coke, but it's actually regular Coke. He likes the sweetness.
Yeah, he just needs a daily place to go somewhere to drink regular Coke.
And sneak his ice cream during the commercials.
He probably does miss.
That's going to be part of his deal. No more filming me during the commercials because I got in big trouble last time.
I got to eat candy and do what I do. Shove food in my fat face.
Yeah, I don't want people seeing me eating that's my Skittles time. I can't let people see me eating my Skittles.
Yes, Craig in Connecticut.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Craig.
First of all, I was a participant with Nielsen Scarborough, and there is a part where you could put down Sirius Satellite Radio for ratings.
Oh, there is. Okay.
All right. Now, Sirius is really pissing the fans off because they've doubled the music fees from $25 to $50 a year. They're asking for $300 for the renewal for the year. And I'm not going to pay it. Nick was my favorite. I wasn't.
Well, that makes us feel really good, Craig.
Schubert on May 5th. But now I'm going to go see him at the Schubert in New Haven on May 5th.
Yeah, he's a great comedian. So definitely support Nick by going out and seeing his shows. What's his website?
Anyways, you can't go on threatening for Barbra Streisand to die, calling people faggots, saying Hillary's a fat, tankled whore or whatever. I mean, I cringed at some of the shit he said. And I knew it was only a matter of time. I thought, like, the Secret Service was going to pay him a visit.
Oh, okay, so you like Nick, but he made you nervous.
He wasn't always eloquent with his opinions.
Or he probably... I bet he had some good jokes, though.
Everyone else is the same, and that Craig Ferguson can suck my dick with his Scottish
That's
fucking...
nice. Lucky Craig.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Have a nice day.
All right, Craig. Yeah, Nick is it, but the jokes are probably good, though. I mean, even though he was probably saying horrible shit, he's being funny with it.
Right, his jokes were always good.
Yes.
Are always good.
Wow.
He's alive.
Samantha in New York. The phones are lit. A lot of DiPaolo fans. Good. Yes, Samantha. Samantha in New York. Okay.
Yeah, well, there goes your DiPaolo fans.
Yeah, well, I don't know. She's not the brightest. Shane in Indiana.
Hold on, let me update my Sniper Sammy hit list. My wife hates me.
That's
Opie,
right. That's right.
Apollo.
Yep.
Travis, get a hold of Bennington's show and give him a fucking heads up, would ya? But
that's true. I got another one. Another one bites the dust as a result of the last professional broadcaster.
I mean, we can't be surprised. Nick was Nick, and he was kind of wild and crazy. But in all seriousness, I'm not joking. Sam, can we push for the kill screen 3-hour block to fill the cabine on Rich Replay? Because I can't take them fuckers at night.
Okay, Jim, something that I suggested, you weren't here on Friday, but something that I suggested.
Thank you, Shane.
We were revisiting the Billy Mitchell story. You remember Billy Mitchell?
Of course, yes. So tragic events.
Right. We were talking about his thing being his record being taken away from him, and we were talking about the movie again. And we were playing Brian Koo walking around Fun Spot saying there's a kill screen coming, and I was saying that if I were in charge of the channel, on the weekend, we would run a 10-hour block of Brian Koo just walking around saying there's a kill screen coming and just letting people sit there for 10 hours.
Oh, okay.
Because in my brain, I was like, for like an hour, people would get upset. And then at 2 hours, they'd think it was funny. At 4 hours, they'd be like, they can't be serious. But 6 hours and on, they'd be like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever heard in my life. So, yeah, what do you think we should pitch to the bosses that maybe we put our kill screen show on instead?
But here's why.
Yeah.
Because we should say, and they'll go, that's a terrible idea, and then we can go, well, then our show. And our show will actually look good.
It'll look great, yeah.
Like, all right, yeah, we should.
But here's what we'll say. We'll go, like, I know it's only a 2-hour slot, so what if we gave you, I know we're a 3-hour show, and that's a 2-hour slot, but what if we gave you Jim Norton and Sam Roberts on steroids? And that 3 hours into 2 hours because on steroids.
Do you like that, Troy?
No.
We can even call it that. Jim and Sam on steroids. Or we could make us talk really fast, so it's like
speed it up.
Yeah, and we go, it's Jim and Sam on crack.
Or
like
just
that.
Jim and Sam juiced.
Oh, juiced. That would be a great name.
Where Jim and Sam are the show from hell.
Oh, yeah. Get people all, you thought Nick DiPaolo was controversial with Jim Norton and Sam Roberts broadcasting from hell.
I like that.
That's cool.
It's dangerous.
It's super dangerous.
So, yeah, hopefully we'll have an answer today, a definitive answer as to exactly what happened, or if it's 100%. I mean, I think it is, but, you know, I want to just know what I'm talking about before I talk about my friend's career.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
What's up, Tim?
Hey, boys.
Hey.
I just found this a little strange. I heard that on Nick's last broadcast, he said on Thursday he was going to be back Monday, so I don't think it's a contract issue. I think they just dropped him.
Oh, okay.
They called him up and they were like, hey, I heard on your show you said you'd be back Monday. Not true. What? Huh?
Well, they said if he doesn't come in on Friday, don't bother coming in on Monday either.
Yeah, but then he was quoted as saying, woohoo, 4-day weekend. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that tweet was bad. I don't know what he, I don't know. He's just bashing that woman.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not like it's out of character for Nick. He did a lot of things on his show that...
It's not like it made news.
No, it didn't. That's why I don't think it was any tweet. Like, he deleted it. Nobody picked up on it. It was not a big deal. So I don't know.
I don't even know. Oh, yeah, Cavino and Rich are right after us. Okay. And then Jason, and then Craig.
It goes us, Cavino and Rich, Jason Ellis, Craig Ferguson. And then an extra Craig Ferguson, yeah. And then the night stuff picks up, the replays and whatnot.
Yeah, and ours is overnight.
Yeah, I think Jason has the first replay at night, and then we took the last one because it
matched up with
our show. Yeah,
we didn't want to be overnight. So yeah, it's frustrating, man. It is frustrating. I like him so much, and
why don't you marry him?
I don't love him.
Oh, smart, man.
Maybe he will call, here's Samantha in New York again. Yeah, we tried to go to already. Hello.
Hey, sorry I got cut off. Listen, couple things. Bear with me. Hang in here with me, okay? Nick is definitely taken off the air, most definitely because of his conservative viewpoint. It was so refreshing to have. It's true. Every single show in New York City can bash the shit out of Trump and his kids and his everything. You know it's true. Nick was so refreshing to hear him, and it was funny as hell.
Yep.
And besides you guys, he's the only other show worth listening on this channel. The rest of the dudes suck horribly. Craig Ferguson is horrendous.
Oh, my gosh. Poor Craig.
And Jason Ellis, who the hell are these people?
Well, Jason, despite the fact that he blocked us on Twitter, he's a legit radio guy. I mean, he's been around for a long time.
I like Jason.
I do like Jason, but he makes it hard. He blocks us.
I have never...
He does these weird acts of aggression.
I have never...
Thank you, Samantha. Thank you.
I like Jason Ellis, and he may be the most difficult person on the planet to be friends with. And I've been friends with some difficult people.
Yeah, no, he's not the most difficult person.
Okay, he's probably the second most difficult person I've ever had any type of relationship with. But yes, he is a very difficult person to be on good terms with.
Is this really, Kevin's co-host? Hello, Brian.
Yeah, hey guys, I'm the blind guy.
It is you. Hello, how are you? Cool.
Pleasure to speak with you. I really enjoy the show, and I'm happy for both of you that you've got this morning show. It's really, it's a lot of fun for me as I stare at the wall.
Thank you, Brian.
How would you know?
Pumpkin. I call back. I literally talk back to the radio. I sit in a dark room. Ugh. Anyway, I just wanted to say, I think with the DiPaolo thing, I'm not surprised that he got kicked off, and I know everyone's just shitting all over poor Craig Ferguson. My gosh, but I don't like any other show on the channel except for your program. And but I feel like with Nick, like it's just such a. Isn't there a channel? There is like I always listen to Howard and I listen to this channel. Isn't there a channel where they do like Republican stuff? You know what I'm talking about? Like
which are political? Yeah, they have political channels.
But do they have a lot of conservative guys on? I mean, Bannon's not here, and I know when Seth Rogen and some other guy said they wouldn't come on because Bannon had a show.
Well, they still have Breitbart Radio here.
Okay, they do.
Yeah,
because I didn't like that when guys wouldn't come on, like because there's a voice, like even though you don't have to like Bannon, but come on, man, you can't shut the guy up.
Well, Steve Bannon's not here because he's not on Breitbart anymore.
Right, I know.
So it wasn't Sirius that took him off, but yeah.
Yeah, so my point is Nick's show was. I mean, I'm a big fan of Nick's. Actually, it's funny. I'm from Baltimore originally. I don't mean to brag, but I got I gave tickets to see Nick at their, is it Magoobies, I think it's called, Comedy Club in Baltimore, and to my mother and my stepfather. My mother walked out of the show in the middle of it because she didn't like his politics, but I just think the show was a kind of a one-note show. It was really, really political, and I feel like the Drive Time show on this channel. I mean, I wish you guys could program this channel because the Drive Time show could be, or rather, I think should be, like a fun, like a 4 to 7, like you take calls. I don't know, Jesus Christ.
Jim and I would program this channel very selfishly if we were programming
sure would.
it.
But Nick was on. Nick was on 8 to 10. He wasn't even on in Drive Time in New York.
Oh, I just don't know. I guess I was on demand, but I'm not surprised that he went. I think it is a shame, but
yeah.
And of course, for all you folks out there, if you like Burning Bridges on Compound Media, 2 to 4 every Monday.
Yep.
Oh.
All right, thank you, Brian. Yeah, and we love.
Thank you guys. Have a good day. Thank
you
guys. Bye.
And we love Kevin Brennan too. Kevin's a very enjoyable guest.
Yeah, he gets upset.
He certainly
I like
does.
to rile him up.
But even about good things.
What do you mean?
You thirsty? I need fucking water.
Yeah, well, I brought water.
Get a bag of snacks. I never knew he had a bag of snacks.
A giant bag of fruit snacks.
Awful. Here, fruit roll-ups and Wonder Bread.
I brought a loaf of bread in case I get hungry.
Yeah, what are you fucking coming over on a boat to Miami? Fucking shittiest snack bag. All right, I can't believe how many. I can't believe, but the phones are. Nick was obviously doing well,
and people love controversy.
You think that's part of what it is? But there's a lot of people that like. I don't know if this is it, Kevin. What's up?
Yeah, what's up, guys? Hey. I was a big fan of Nick DiPaolo and Merkface Andy, and this thing with the tweet and deleting the tweet is not true or is true. It just makes me think, like, where do we get to a point in this world where Twitter just fucking runs everything? Like, it puts CEOs and beds them at their knees.
Who runs the world? Tweets.
What's up with that? Like, does anybody else think that that's, like, kind of ludicrous?
Well, we're not hearing that was... I didn't even know about that tweet until the caller said it a few minutes ago.
Yeah, it's not tweets that run the world. It's the response to tweets that people get. It's not like the tweet itself is never what gets people in trouble. It's the fact that people rally around it and then raise awareness for advertisers to stop doing stuff, or they write articles in publications about it, or it ends up in the newspaper. It starts with the tweet, but it's never just the tweet.
I understand that, but in DiPaolo's case, all three of us didn't know anything about this until that caller called in, so there's no way his tweet caught any traction. No offense to DiPaolo.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's
he might have taken it down in time. Like if he got some shit and took it down fast, it didn't seem to grab any like national attention. Maybe because he took it down.
Yeah, and then now they're just worried that he's going to get off the handle like that again. Or
I don't know, Kevin. I don't know. I hope. I'm sure.
Speculation.
Oh yeah, hopefully we'll get an answer. To be honest with you, I think the most honest answer we'll get will be out of Nick.
Yeah, I don't think that they'll just be like, yeah, here's what we'll get from Sirius. It's just a decision we decided to make.
That really is the extent of it.
Yeah, that's the beginning, middle, and end of the insight that we'll get.
And when you sit down with these guys and you go like, yeah, but what is it? They're like, yeah, they just made the decision. Like no one says. Because they're afraid you're going to come and blab it on the air.
Which we will. I mean,
yeah, they're
not
wrong.
Fear. Yeah.
But I mean, anything they don't want on the air, they just won't tell you. Even guys that you know, even Wickland, who we know probably better than anybody here. Buddy, I don't know, buddy. Like, he won't give you anything he doesn't want on the air.
But that's because if Wickland tells us and we go on the air, then Wickland's going to catch shit and be like, why did you tell those guys? Why do you knew he was going to go on the air? It's going to be his problem.
Stuff on the air doesn't matter, though. Like, it's one of those things.
What do you mean?
Meaning that I don't think they even give a shit if much of it goes on the air. It's just one story, then another story. I don't know if they even care that much. There's no reason to care. Like they should, if we whatever the reason if they fired Nick, whatever the reason is, just tell us.
Just say it.
Who cares?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they're saving face, right?
What, Travis? Sorry.
Twat.
Oh, okay. I can't hear you in my ear. You have to raise your volume or something.
You could just say it on the air at this point.
Yeah, say it in the air.
Like,
I love you, Jim. You look great today.
Thanks a lot, babe. I appreciate that.
It's part of my
Go ahead,
contract.
Sam. You can compliment me too.
Oh, it's in the thing?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I have to whisper something nice to Jim every 15 minutes.
Yeah. Really odd request.
Keep him well, I mean, I didn't make it.
Yeah, I didn't know.
His contract.
I didn't know we could do stuff. Well, October's coming, Travis. October's coming.
God damn it.
Get those vocal cords warmed up.
Howard in North Carolina.
Yeah, I just gonna say, if they take Nick off the air, I've been listening to Sirius since Opie Anthony come on. and I understand, just like you guys say, you got to stand up for something. Well, if they take Nick off the air, I ain't going to pay, because that one guy said they wanted $300 to redo his plan. Them motherfuckers are wanting $380 from me. And I'll be goddamn if I want to pay $380 and them motherfuckers rule the roost and I don't get to listen to what I want. So if they take Nick off the air and he stays off the air, they can take their subscription and stick it up their ass.
Well, fuck you.
And I do know, because I used to listen to Sam's show and all that. I know.
Why would you be so diminutive about it?
I know you're sitting there probably jacking off with the heart off because you've got somebody that you don't like off the air.
That's not true.
Not that you did it.
Wait, you think we don't like Nick?
No, me specifically.
You don't like it. I mean, you don't like.
He thinks I'm masturbating because I'm glad that Nick is off the air.
Yeah. You got rid of a Republican voice, and your daddy is going to pat you on the head and say, "Son, I don't know how you did it, but you did it."
That is true. That is what the Roberts do too. It's all about self-congratulatory liberalism.
You see what happens, Jim? You start a thing, and people just decide, like, oh.
But in all honesty, if they do take Nick off the air and they don't put him back on, I won't renew my subscription. I drive trucks for a living.
Fuck you, Howard. Fuck you.
Sam, you know you love me. Hell, you used to talk to me on your show.
I do, Howard. I just don't want you. I don't want you to leave. I get aggressive. I don't want you to go.
Yes, you do.
All right, that's true. What are you? One of them filthy Republicans? You sound like you're in a red state with that accent.
You damn right, baby. Hey! If it wasn't for the Southern people, the Northern people wouldn't have no place to sit, because I haul 2 loads of furniture a week up there.
Yeah, well, I hope Michelle Obama is our next president.
Well, by God, one thing about it, they'd need a bigger chair for her ass now, wouldn't they?
How dare you?
She does have a big hiney.
Okay,
that's not crazy.
If you look at Sam's hair and her ass, they would look good together, Jimmy.
I don't disagree.
Eating that ass. Oh yeah, you know you would.
Thank you very much, Howard.
I don't give a shit about race. I'm 58 fucking years old. Who gives a shit about race? So you be politically correct. I don't have the time to.
Okay, well, listen, Howard, there's no place for that type of talk on this show.
Thank you, Howard.
Howard's waiting for the South to rise again.
Yeah, I understand. But he did say it was funny when he said, "You wouldn't have nowhere to sit. I drive 2 loads of chairs up there." Like we'd all just be standing around like a bunch of northern assholes.
Howard is the chair guy.
Yeah, like if it wasn't for the South bringing us chairs, we'd all be standing there like goddamn fools.
Right.
Not sure how to relax.
Well, you remember the South almost won the Civil War, but the problem was that their legs were not as strong as ours.
Well, they said the South will rise again because they're all sitting.
Right. Eventually they'll stand up. They have all the chairs.
Look, the best way to let your opinion be known is to write a company. If you don't like what they did, because again, Sirius doesn't give a fuck what I think or what Sam thinks. Because our opinions on the air don't mean anything. We're hired. If you contact them and say, we didn't like this, that lets them know that you didn't like it. Sounds stupid, but I mean, that's the only, they care more about the subscribers than they do about my opinion.
Yeah. Send them emails and make sure that you mention that this is the only good show on the channel. But just like if you mention something nice about this show in your outrage, it would be great.
Someone is suggesting it's Eric Nagel on the channel from 6 to 8.
I would love that.
Yes. By the way, did Eric tweet late last night that he was watching comic book movies?
Travis, you're the expert.
Why am I the? We I read Twitter on the way in.
Because you're the Nagel expert.
Yeah, he was.
What time was he tweeting it? Don't rewatching. It's 5 hours ago, though. Wait, what time is that?
That would be
at 4 a.m.
4 a.m. But
I don't agree with Tyler in Canada.
Well, let's find out his take.
What's Tyler saying?
He's got a hot take. What's up, Tyler?
Yeah, let's find out Tyler's hot take.
I think you're a fucking idiot, Sam.
Why?
I just think, this might go back to that homophobic thing there. I wouldn't stand in an elevator alone with you because of the way you like your shoes. I think you might be a little bit boofed.
Ooh.
What do you think? I'm an idiot, or that I'm gay, or that I'm attracted to you? What do you?
Can I say yes to all?
Fuck no, man. I seen a picture of you not too long ago. You look like a goofball, buddy.
Nailed you.
Fuck yeah.
This guy Canadian?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, fucking goofball.
He's
Killed
extremely Canadian.
You big homo, buddy.
Yeah.
So am I an idiot or a goofball?
Yeah, I heard you shoot. I heard you play for the pink team. All right. Thank you, Tyler. Well said.
That was it for Tyler.
That's right.